Hello, hello. Imagine the owner, and it's well, time for more Poppet Quest. My ever continuing pursuit to make a game somebody would want to play in RM, I guess? Question mark? Yeah, I don't know. I considered starting over in UE, I really did. I gotta learn UE. Hey Mike, how's it going? Just in time to see my nice collection of things that I need to work on because I saw a stream and the stream was like, yep, these suck. And I was like, okay, I should fix these. Oh yeah, AI waifu. I mean, I could make like AI Tinka. She's already got her little fan base. It's slowly growing. She gets the most clicks out of all of them, so. Of course, she's kind of been front and center more often than everything else, but technically you could do all that in UE. That's the theory. I need to learn how to do all that. But I get the sneaking suspicion that if I can make an AI waifu that people could just sit and chat with. Okay, if that AI waifu could just literally read the chat and respond to it, oh my god, it would do great. Yeah, advance the technology? You mean catch up to the technology that's already there? Pretty much. I don't know. I mean, I could have a different project entirely. The only problem is that learning all that stuff is probably going to involve me watching a lot of tutorials, which I don't know if I could actually do on stream. I mean, I don't know if those people would actually have a problem with it. It would just be more people seeing their videos, but maybe. Oh yeah, well, pretty much. I've actually never used like Chat GPT or anything like that. I have used the voice changer AI thingy. I've been using that. I used that on the last stream, but I mean, I really should be. If you want to make money, adopting the newest technology is usually your best bet. Outdated crap like this, you know, I don't know who's going to actually really want it. I mean, it's kind of obvious so far that there's no interest in the actual game. There's just interest in development of it, or maybe just chatting with me. I don't know. But if I made an AI version of these characters, or if I said AI designed the game, it'd be a huge amount of interest. Even if it sucks. I'm gonna start to focus on have AI design everything. That'd be a bad plan. Just here so you don't get fined? Fair enough, fair enough. Yes, yes, you must watch the stream. If you do not, you will have to pay. Yes, I don't know who you're paying, but they'll want money. Probably. That's fair. I don't think I actually know the meme, but that doesn't mean anything. I might know it if I saw it. I've been around the internet for quite a while, but my memory for a lot of this stuff is not that great. Alright, so I need to design a mini map. That's what I'm seeing. I mean, a tutorial map for this game. As I wrote down notes for everything One Man Indie said, good or bad. And a lot of the problems that I think he encountered could have been fixed by him simply being shown how to do things. Because it's just not clear enough, I guess. I guess you really just have to straight show people. Would be the best way to do it. So, do I just drop them on a random map, call it Attic 0, have it slowly spawn things, and then just tell them what to do on that? Have Tinka pop up her voice? Or pop up and say what to do? Or make some quests? Or do I actually want to hand make a map? Because up until this point, I haven't really hand made a lot of top-down maps. The other thing I think that I might want to do is take all the weird little like areas from Earth and instead just make it make those what's inside the paintings, because you know originally I just had the paintings as the gateways to other portions of the attic, right? But then I realized there's really only so much you could put in an attic before it's just kind of boring. Like it felt like the same thing. Even in testing it, it feels like the same thing. Even if the areas play out differently. There was like originally I had the one with like, you know, it looked like a little mini Halloween type of thing, and that at least felt different enough, even though it still played the same. So I think that, you know, I need to just do that as well. Anyway, I went down the list of everything he did, from changing the volumes. He changed random options. Some of these ones don't even work. I need to remove those. The double click thingy I need to fix. Here's the thing. Like, he double clicked, but later on said he wanted the movement to just be WASD. So there's this weird disconnect here where people will try to select things with the mouse, but want it to also be like how attacks are done. Basically, it needs to change based upon what we're talking about. The 2D areas have a different control setup. Yeah, people like the text, like the mood, like the weird cursor. Oh yeah, lots of comments about Alice being interactive. Random character. Our character that's not actually called specifically that, but that's good. Everyone likes the graphics. He did take the bad ending, which I found amusing. I mean, it's right there. It's right in front of him. That's why I put it first. Really liked Poppet's form. Yes. Yeah, and he liked Tinka because everyone likes Tinka. Impossible not to, basically. Too attractive not to. Yeah, when you rescue Boozeberry, the problem is that it doesn't say the reward very well. I think I'm just going to rework his reward, honestly, because that was like that 11th hour change I made to the heals, where I switched it to a limited number of heals to try to balance the game. And he used to give you the heal spell, so it was very obvious that he gave you the heal spell because it appeared on your bar there suddenly. There was no explanation of the limited heals, so that goes in the tutorial, and you're right. Basically, Prototype 4 needs to have some serious differences here. Like, I was going to do a lot of this extra stuff here, but here's what I've actually realized. Nobody gets past the first, like, half an hour of gameplay. Hey, Fearless, how's it going? So if no one gets past the first half an hour of gameplay, then I should just make that half an hour of gameplay amazing so they get to the second half an hour. So, yeah. Tutorial. That's what we need. Job 1, make a tutorial. That's a good question, Fearless. I don't actually know the answer to that question, and it would be very creepy if I did. I'm just saying. You're at X location. Yeah, I have no idea. All right, so let's divvy up the things that he was saying here, because all this just got a massive change. Oh, I went through and decided which voice was going to be, things like that. This teen girl voice, I remember what she's going to be. I think it's just the The Annie Bells. Will be the teen girl voice. Yeah, I was listening to myself on the previous stream where I had used all the girl voices to test them out and everything, and I don't know how to do a Gen 2 yet. I've found almost all the voices for females. I haven't found a lot of the male voices yet. But we did consider having Snugglewuffle be like James Earl Jones or something like that. Because they do have a James Earl Jones voice. Yeah, no trailer is happening right now, I don't think. There probably needs to be one soon, but... Wait, that's already below it anyway. Never mind. Okay, well, I have all the things he liked, but I don't think I need these anymore. Except for those. Like, that's cool that he likes that, but... I made note that he changed the volume, but the reality is I've only seen one person change the volume. The other person left it at 50%. Let's make all the tutorial notes here. I'm just going to start pulling them up here. Things that need to go in the tutorial. Yeah, the enemy spawns need to get toned down too. Almost everything here needs to be fixed. I may tone down the mini-map as well so that it just shows the location of important stuff. Because people can't really see things on it. I may update the controls. Add that as more reasoning in for my tutorial. Yeah, this is just gonna get tossed in there too. Yeah, I think actually most of this update is now just literally going to be explanations of things. Oh my god. It was kind of tedious. It'll get better. The funny thing is he literally suggested the controls that I used in Prototype 2. I just don't know how I'm going to do it for the rest of the area. I mean, because in the 2D areas, it's a lot more fun to move with the left mouse because it's just kind of nice and neat, but it's just too crappy for combat. Like, I never use it in combat, ever. You just can't dodge fast enough. Just, eh. You suggest a $3.99 as a price? So far, the gameplay is the biggest issue, but I spent so much time fixing the story in the first couple prototypes that I'm not surprised it's somehow in better shape. I'm gonna drag those up here. All right, so I guess I don't know, randomizing a tutorial map seems kind of weird. Or do I want to hand make it? I hate hand making maps. I'm gonna think about it, but while I'm at it, I'm gonna steal all kinds of the artwork out of art and start making the paintings more like paintings and less like attic things. I mean, I'll still keep this attic thing for a certain one, but not for that one. Probably won't be leaving the first one necessarily. Because I really don't think I'm going to remake, or going to even bother with making art in this. I don't think it's... I don't know. I didn't think the gameplay was that compelling, to be completely honest. What was the same name? Huh? That's weird. And then for these, I can probably just go through and rename them, honestly. Do I want to rename them or just want to keep those and have another one? Or just take these ones because they're not being used. Let's call these forest. How do I have this set up in art? That's also part of why I want to get rid of this one. I don't even remember how things set up. Oh yeah, I got rid of the other thing there, and I had them set up better with this, where I gave them their own little self variables. It was a lot easier to write. Mostly I need this. The collisions, and then I'm just going to use the names the same, I guess. That's not helpful. It's called attic block or attic block, something like this. Yeah. don't know if I want to rename them. I guess I could rename them all addicts and then just change the style thing here, and that would make it way easier. That's true. It would. Yeah. How do I organize this? Yeah, I call them like this. If no style was listed. Oh, I see. It's just the ending number, so. I just want to think about how I'm going to do a tutorial. Yeah, then I only have to have this one little bit. I don't have to have the actual full name even. Alright, that's reasonable enough. I'm just gonna get my file renamer out. Nice free file thingy. I highly recommend it if you get bored. I need to rename a lot of files for reasons that I don't understand. I know it's under images, but it's under pictures because all the stuff that is used for particles has to be in the pictures thing. It's not designed to use anything else. They were originally called Real World Forest. Why is that one listed as 9? For reasons I don't understand. It's just listed as 9. Okay. So replace Real World Forest underscore with this. And put an F in front of it. Actually, I guess I'll call it forest. Otherwise, it get kind of confusing over time, right? A little more work, but acceptable. How do I name the ground for the attics? Attic ground, maybe? Just ground. Still only 5 areas, but I might want a tutorial. Area 2. I should probably just make that. I could use the original floor as the tutorial area. And then send them into the paintings. And then each area can just have a completely different look. Granted, I'll have to go through and make all those different looks, so that'll kind of suck. Actually, I want to look at how I had it in this one. Anyway, I add that for the thing here. Let's start him somewhere colorful. I guess I could have tutorial areas, or even if I wanted to do 2.5D, like, could I just ditch the 2D entirely and just do 2.5D for the whole thing? I mean, originally I did it just to make the story easier, but as the game gets longer and longer, more expanded upon, I may wish to change that. True. And then... when I did this, I did uppercase, lowercase, uppercase. Fair enough. I need to go through and change that on each of these. Alright, well, that's the thing I need to do. Oh, I gotta do a lot more than that. Oh no. I also have to go through and remember to change the collision, which might be off completely. Fun. Oh well, at least I'm no longer wasting this. I'll be able to actually have... I'll be able to make use of all the graphics from art. And maybe I might even borrow the mechanics from it at various points, just for funsies. Why not? Just one unholy amalgamation game, so I don't have to do the other project. I can just turn that into a different project entirely. Also, just the time it takes to make graphics. God, so long. I love making graphics, I do, but just because I love doing it doesn't mean I get more time to do so. So I guess it's just endless stream content. In Incarnate's not the worst thing to watch someone stream. I feel like watching people do art. It's probably the best map maker I've ever seen. Huge margin. How many of these there are? I forgot. There's a lot. 20 of them? Nice. Now you're down to 14? Excellent. On the plus side, it's just copy paste, so it doesn't require a lot of thought. I mean, you know, it's monotonous. Yeah, I might even hybridize the two games a lot more than I think over time. After all, you're going inside a painting, so once you do that, I can pretty much do whatever I want at that point, because I already made you do the impossible going inside a random painting. Who knows what happens in a painting, right? I mean, before they were just gateways, but like to other parts of the attic. Now they're just gateways to inside the painting. Which also means I can bend the rules of things, because, you know, before when you're in the attic, it's like, well, it's an attic, and I mean, I'm already stretching the rules by saying, hey, the attic's basically unlimited, effectively, and there's just an unlimited number of toys to kill. But if you're just inside paintings, well, I can have the painting be altered or just do whatever I want to it, and it's like, you're in a painting, so doesn't mean the rules of reality have to apply anymore at all. I can even have the paintings being wiped out for all I know. Maybe I can really just have all arts mechanics in here. Don't know. Actually, that should be all I need, right? 8, 8, 16, 9, 2 more. Actual 14, right? We set on to type forest. Now it's just change a number on each one. Or in this case, just delete it. On the plus side, I nearly have the new area set up, so this tedious task will, well, regrettably have to be repeated a couple more times as I make other areas. But like I say, nobody's even really gotten past the first, like, what, half an hour? Well, half an hour when I was playing. Because after all, I beat the whole game in, I think, like an hour and 18 minutes or something. And I watched 2 hours of someone getting just to Chuckles. Not even beating Chuckles, so I think we can agree that the game is apparently not that enticing up to that point. If nobody gets past it. Except Shadow Dragon, he beat it, but everybody else I don't think has actually bothered to get that far. I haven't heard of anyone else beating it. Hopefully I'm just wrong. Hopefully like everyone's beaten it and they just didn't tell me. Yeah, what we'll do this time is I'll make the first 2 areas very unique, and I'm just going to go ahead and not bother with the later areas at first because, well, like I say, no one's gotten that far, so I'm going to make everything as cool as possible. I think I'm going to make the clown heads not the first enemy because people find them frustrating. So I either need to just slow them down big time or make something else the first enemy. Or just change how they fight. Oh, wait. That was smart. Well, we'll come back to you then. This was actually supposed to be that, but I saw this set, so make this one 19. This music makes me want to play Castlevania. And then I'm gonna use that one. All right, let's get a list of all the event numbers here. Alright, so 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, so it goes to 89 from 84, and then it skips. So 84, 85, 86, 87. I have to write them literally all out because I'm going to have it put it in as a command. And 91, 92, 94, 91, 92, 94, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 105, 106, 107, 294, 295, 26, 28, actually it's just 295, 296, 297, 298, 29, okay. Right. Yeah, so it starts at 294, there we go. Alright, so what we're going to do is go in here, and for area setup, for attic 1, actually, what am I use for the map border here? Or am I just going to have everything as the map border? I don't think so. All these forest blocks. I'm also going to make I might want to split them up. So which ones are which? Actually, that reminds me, I need to get one of these too. I need to get the these. Because manually figuring these out is the most tedious thing that has ever existed in this world. Ain't nobody want to do that. If only the events were coded exactly the same way, I could have just copy pasted them. It would have been so easy. Nope, these were coded in the better way, but I'm not about to change this many events at this point. Even though it could desperately use it. It really could. Just to make this visually easier to figure out. That's one too many, right? Just did 7, right? Yeah, it's still selected. You start with 0? Well, it's actually 2 less than I thought. Huh. Huh. Alright then. All these white squares next to each other, eventually it just becomes, kind of all glazes together, really. It's just, it just kind of all kind of runs together. It's just hard to tell it apart. We're done 9, right? I did do 9, right? Let me double check. I'll just copy paste 9 again just in case. Got on my little tangent here. Also, I'm clicking save. Just in case, you know? Okay. I just did a lot of tedious work. I really don't want to do it again. No. Well, nobody will complain that everything looks the same this time. Frickin' nobody. Possible I changed how these are aligned, in which case I might have to adjust them all by like 180 or something. I know I redid how the animations worked in Poppet Quest, so they are different and much improved over Art's animations. Alright, now let's settle on which ones were the actual trees in this here. A lot of them are. I think I want to use like this one and this one the most, and then the rest of them are just going to be like more specific. So probably like 19 and 20 are the main forest tiles. Well, actually, I guess I could use more of these other ones too. I mean, definitely 19 is probably the main foresty. Let's just put 19 a bunch of times, and then we'll use the other ones there. So... oh, wait. Does that mean there was 2 separate ones there? Because there's a 19 and 20 there. Oh, they're down here, aren't they? Over here. Okay, I did need the other 2. On the plus side, now I know 19 and 20 were the ones that were used for most of the forest. So. Fair enough, fair enough. So 288 and 289 are the let's do 60 of those. 88. What is it? 288 or 288? 298. They take up 4 grid spaces, so they probably need to be larger than that, honestly, but that's fine. And then we'll just use 60 of the other ones there, and we'll see how that goes. And the other ones are all of these. Alright, so let's do this one.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Ooh, what do we got here? Where'd I slip up? I made changes here that are not as good for me. Worst spelling ever. Underscore style. Sure. Not that one. 15. 1924. Yeah. We did all these ones the first time. Now saying they're undefined. Oh. Oh, I see. I wish I didn't, but I see now. So, here's the problem. This is not a variable, it is a string. So I managed to put that in every single one as not a string. Every single one. And that's why I say I wish I hadn't seen it. Because, yep, the tedious just never stops. But when you make a randomizer, you spend more time looking at numbers and other variables than you do actually designing anything. On the plus side, at least every time I have to play through it, it's not exactly identical, so it's not as, tedious to replay. Even if it is getting a little tedious to constantly replay the same, thingies for all the testing I have to do. That's what's kind of nice this time, is that, because I have all the extra information from One Man Indies playthrough, well, it's playing in the first two areas, that I have a better idea. Again, there's no idea for anything beyond that, but at this point, like I say, what's even the point of making any additional content beyond that if nobody ever gets to it? It just seems crazy. So for now, that will all stay the same. Just imagine how tedious this was when I had to figure out how to make it all work in the first place. But to be fair, anyone who actually saw the earlier streams definitely saw me doing that. And it was everything you'd expect it to be and a whole lot less. That's okay. At least I can recycle graphics. That's all that matters. And if all the paintings are going to be done in the style of Incarnate, you're going to see me playing around with Incarnate quite a bit on the stream to make the rest of it. But I may make you play a couple areas of each one and then, move it on farther. I don't know. That is definitely the downside of randomizers. You don't get unique looking content. And I imagine all the AI generated stuff that they have, that they're touting for, or sorry, procedural generation, that they're touting for UE 5.2 will also have the same problem of feeling non-unique. It means a lot of the games in the future are going to have a lot of random stuff and not a lot of unique. So randomizers just became a lot less cool. But if you can make a randomizer that makes actually interesting things, like a Terraria or something, then a randomizer can be really good. This is not Terraria, though. God, how I wish it was. Terraria is fun. Of course, I haven't played it in forever. But it was fun. Some number of years ago I played it. Pretty much, yeah, not with that attitude.
Are you ready?
I can't even begin to imagine what it would take to make a Terraria in this engine. It just is not there. Oh. Oh. One moment, please. I know the answer to this problem. This is all part of that incredibly stupid protection thingy I made that I no longer even use because no one cares. You know, I updated the in WJS and it made the console so much crappier for figuring out where things are. It gets horrible now. I'm missing so much information. Like it moved where the image name was, so I could actually figure out the exact name of the image, and now I can't. Or if I can, I haven't figured out where it's at yet. Extras. Enough. Let me just do a quick little fix here. Nice slow play there. We got this one day. What are you, like, copying Unreal Engine? Jeez.
Are you ready? I
Well.
sense danger.
I forgot to do the wall thing. The ground appears to be done incorrectly. Oh, tell me these look good. No, they look fine. No. Ground 600. Do I have a ground 600? I think I do. I do. Oops, don't do below that. That won't work. You gotta do above that.
Are you ready? I sense danger.
Forgot to do one more change. I think we're just gonna use trees for it, right? So it's just gonna be these ones. Oops. Make sure I put those after. They don't technically do anything in this instance, but whatever.
Are you ready?
Huh.
I
Oh,
sense danger.
derp. I'll also get creative on how I'm going to make the paintings since I can't make them directly in DAZ. Well, not easily anyway. I guess I could just take a picture of one. I don't know. Also make a quick one in Incarnate.
Are you ready? I sense danger.
Woohoo! I'll have to change those up, but not perfect.
Trying.
overall, not bad. These need to be... Oh, I know. I know where the problem is. So I went through and copied all these things. I didn't copy these last two, so their size is weird.
Are you ready? I sense danger. I wonder where I can find that.
Alright, Booseberry. Come with me while I explore. Got this, pal. That's much better.
Don't even try. Don't even try. Don't even try.
Oh, it seems pretty good. I think every single level could, if I just have Tinka, you know, pop up and explain things, that'd probably be pretty good. I'm almost wondering if I should just have the, do the bust thingy and all that, because, you know, if you have attractive females in your game, having them be larger doesn't seem like a bad plan, you know? Maybe. How am I going to thematically fit something to go in the forest, though? Like, I mean, I guess inside of a painting, so it could just be haunted by random toys. I was going to make a name change. Sorts. You know, I could actually have the way between each of these areas be like its own little randomized map to get to the next thing, as opposed to now where it's just an easy way to go between them, and instead have, you know, it'd be like the regular type of attic looking thing. Instead of being inside of a painting, you're just traveling the attic. Not a bad idea. Give it more of a feel that like it's like, you know, a regular thing like that. But I mean, to be fair, I've never seen anyone get past the first of these maps here, so these ones have been irrelevant the whole time. A lot is just about improving the combat itself. He hated the combat, the way it played out a lot. It does make me kind of want to get rid of the extra galleries, you know? And just make that one better. Well, if that's the case, I'll have to make 5 different sets of blocks. And I've only made, like, I think 2 different ones for art. So if I'm stealing out of that, then I only have those, and I would have to make all the others based on something. Yeah, I had a fake attic in this one too. I was testing it out to see how it looked. I've only made 2 sets for this one. And they look cool. I mean, I can put the little tiger kitties in this, and that'd be kind of cool. I like that. I don't know who's going in the forest, though. Like, clown heads don't seem like something that should go in the forest. Even the puzzle mechanics are better than Art's puzzle mechanics at this point. So let's say I replace the end of these maps here with its own special level in between. Don't hate this idea. If I do that, then I need to code a system so that when you go between areas, it wait, but then if you do that, it'll be really obnoxious to go back to some place. So if there's some sort of particular activity that's in another area, you'll have to return to it the hard way. Is that what I want to do? It would give you a real reason to go back. To like fight these areas and things. It seems like it'd be kind of tedious unless there was some sort of a town portal type of thing. Is that a teleporter of sorts? Which I could have Tinka do, like teleport you between locations. I don't hate that idea. Well, I kind of already have something like that there, so... Now that's an idea. When you leave the first map, instead of just dropping you in the next area, I could actually